In the wilds of the planet, there is a predator that even nature itself respects, the Komodo dragon. With its commanding presence, this colossal reptile is not just a symbol of power, but also a master in the art of hunting. Dramatic scenes from Pursuit of Prey and Fascination perfectly capture its ferocity. Sudden ambushes, lethal strikes, all merging into a symphony of speed, strength, and high-level strategy. With patience, cunning, and a venomous bite, the Komodo dragon leaves its prey with no chance of escape. It's a heart-pounding chase, a battle of wits between the hunter and the hunted, creating a mesmerizing, wild spectacle that keeps every eye glued to the action. Join us as we explore the unbelievable moments of the Komodo dragon's attack on its prey and witness the true power of this apex predator. The Komodo dragon, the formidable giant of the reptile world, is one of the most fearsome predators on the planet. Reaching lengths of up to 3 meters and weighing as much as 150 kg, these massive creatures combine raw power with surprising agility, making them unstoppable hunting machines. Their sheer size not only allows them to dominate their prey, but also commands respect from other predators in their territory. These apex reptiles primarily inhabit the remote islands of Komodo Ringka Flores and Gili Motang in Indonesia. Their remarkable adaptability allows them to thrive in diverse environments, from dense jungles and rugged hills to arid grasslands. This resilience has solidified the Komodo dragon's status as a master predator, perfectly designed for survival in the untamed wilderness. What truly makes the Komodo dragon a terrifying predator is its extraordinary senses. With an incredibly sharp sense of smell, it can detect the scent of a carcass from up to 5 kilometers away, an unrivaled advantage in the wild. Unlike many other predators that rely primarily on sight or sound, the Komodo dragon uses its forked tongue to gather scent particles from the air. These are then analyzed by the Jacobson's organ, allowing it to pinpoint prey with astonishing accuracy. Once it has locked onto a target, the Komodo dragon becomes an unstoppable force, capable of sprinting at speeds of up to 20 km/h. For any prey too slow to escape, it is a living nightmare. In the brutal game of survival, where only the strongest endure, the Komodo dragon stands as the ultimate fusion of sheer size, razor-sharp instincts, and relentless power. The Komodo dragon is more than just a predator. It is a cold-blooded assassin armed with ruthless precision and deadly hunting tactics. Whether lurking beneath dense foliage or blending into the arid grasslands, it has the patience to wait for hours, even days, for the perfect strike. The moment its prey lets its guard down, the dragon explodes into action, launching forward with terrifying force, turning a single lapse in vigilance into an inescapable death sentence. Its most fearsome weapon, a lethal set of jaws. With over 50 serrated razor-sharp teeth, the Komodo dragon can tear through flesh with a single devastating bite. Delivering a crushing force of up to 350 psi, its jaws inflict deep, gaping wounds that leave its prey with little hope of resistance. But the true horror lies beneath those teeth venom glands, packed with powerful anticoagulants that prevent blood clotting, causing rapid blood loss and accelerating the prey's inevitable collapse. Once bitten, survival is nearly impossible. Even if the prey manages to escape, it is only delaying the inevitable. Its fate is already sealed. Not only do Komodo dragons rely on their sharp teeth and venom, but they also wield formidable weapons, claws, up to 5 c's long, capable of tearing through flesh or defending their territory from intruders. And when their prey finally succumbs, they don't rush to feast. Instead, they possess a staggering ability to swallow their meal whole. Their flexible jaws, equipped with detachable joints, allow them to consume prey nearly half their size in a single gulp. However, their insatiable appetite comes with risks. If the prey is too large and cannot be fully digested, the dragon faces the deadly threat of choking or fatal blockages. Digestion is a slow process, taking hours or even days, leaving them vulnerable to attacks from other predators or even their own kind. Lurking at the water's edge, the Komodo dragon watches its prey with unyielding patience. It waits for the perfect moment when the buffalo lets its guard down in the cool, flowing stream. The predator's cold, calculating eyes remain locked onto its target, every muscle coiled in anticipation. Then the decisive moment arrives. With an explosive burst of speed, the Komodo dragon lunges forward, its razor-sharp teeth sinking deep into the buffalo's hind leg. A sudden agonized bellow shatters the stillness as the massive beast thrashes desperately, trying to break free. But the damage is done. The deep wound festers as the dragon's venom and bacteria-laden saliva seep into the buffalo's bloodstream. Its movements grow sluggish, its breaths heavier. The Komodo dragon doesn't need to rush. It knows that time is its greatest ally. Slowly but surely, the buffalo weakens, its once mighty form now trembling under the weight of impending doom. And when the final moments come, when exhaustion and poison claim the last of its strength, the silent assassin will return to finish what it started and claim its feast. Beneath the sparse trees on the arid terrain, a wild boar unknowingly wanders into the domain of one of nature's most fearsome predators, the Komodo dragon. Concealed within the low grass, the dragon remains motionless, its cold, piercing eyes tracking every movement of its unsuspecting prey. It waits patient as a shadow, biding its time for the perfect moment to strike. Then, in an instant, the Komodo dragon explodes into action, launching forward like a missile. Its claws tear through the dry earth as it charges at its target. The wild boar panics, scrambling to escape, but it's already too late. The dragon's razor-sharp teeth sink deep into the boar's hind leg. A desperate, high-pitched squeal echoes through the wilderness, but the predator does not relent. Though the boar fights back, the venom from the dragon's bite has already begun its deadly work. Blood flows freely, sapping the animal's strength with each passing moment. It manages to stagger forward a few more steps, but its body soon begins to falter. The Komodo dragon, ever patient, moves in slowly. There is no need to rush. It knows the outcome is inevitable. And when the wild boar finally collapses, exhausted and defenseless, the mighty predator claims its prize, beginning its feast in the ruthless way nature has designed. Under the scorching sun of Komodo Island, A massive Komodo dragon patiently lurks beneath sparse tree cover, its cold, calculating eyes locked onto an unsuspecting deer that has wandered into its territory. With an incredibly sharp sense of smell, the dragon silently moves in each heavy step, measured and deliberate. Then, in a flash, it lunges forward at a staggering speed of 20 kilometers per hour, sinking its razor-sharp teeth deep into the deer's thigh. Blood gushes from the wound, but the dragon doesn't need to finish the kill immediately. Instead, it releases its prey, letting its venom do the work. The toxic saliva causes a rapid drop in blood pressure, prevents clotting, and slowly paralyzes the nervous system. The deer stumbles away, but with each weakening step, it inches closer to its inevitable fate. The Komodo dragon simply watches from a distance, waiting. When the deer finally collapses, gasping for its last breaths, the dragon moves in. Its powerful jaws tear through flesh, effortlessly devouring everything: meat, bones, and even hooves. But Komodo dragons aren't just deadly on land, they are formidable swimmers as well. If a deer strays too close to the water's edge, the dragon will strike with surgical precision, clamping its jaws down and dragging the prey back to shore. The venom kicks in quickly, leaving the helpless victim with no chance of escape. Komodo dragons play a vital role in maintaining the ecological balance by controlling herbivore populations. However, they are facing serious threats from habitat loss and illegal hunting. Protecting this species is essential not only for preserving the ecosystem, but also for safeguarding our natural heritage.
In the icy ocean of the Arctic, where the cold cuts straight to the bone, a dramatic showdown unfolds between two of the most powerful creatures of the polar wilderness, the polar bear and the beluga whale. On one side stands the apex predator of the frozen realm, armed with razor-sharp claws and overwhelming strength. On the other, the white ghost of the sea, an intelligent whale known for its swift swimming and haunting songs that echo through the ocean's depths. The hunt begins when a pod of beluga whales swims too close to the shore or becomes trapped between drifting ice floes. The polar bear, guided by its razor-sharp instincts and cold, calculating gaze, immediately senses the opportunity. There's no rush. From a distance, it observes intently, inching closer with the patience of a seasoned warrior, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Every encounter between a polar bear and a beluga whale is a breathtaking display of nature at its finest. A clash where raw physical power and sharp intelligence intertwine in a life-or-math struggle. The polar bear, with its rippling muscles and razor-sharp instincts, seizes every opportunity to bring down its prey. Meanwhile, the beluga, armed with exceptional intelligence and sophisticated communication skills, never surrenders without a fight. In recent years, however, this battle for survival has changed dramatically. As climate change accelerates and the ice melts at an unprecedented rate, beluga whales find fewer places to seek refuge as the protected ice channels vanish. At the same time, polar bears are forced to swim farther and expend more energy just to find their next meal. This harsh new reality makes every confrontation more intense, and each hard-earned victory more precious than ever before. The clash between the polar bear and the beluga whale is more than just a battle between predator and prey. It's a profound story of resilience and an unyielding will to survive in the heart of the wild. In this frozen, unforgiving world where nature's brutality spares no creature, only the strongest and the smartest can endure. Each encounter is a testament to the raw power, intelligence, and sheer determination required to thrive in one of the harshest environments on Earth. In the icy waters of the Arctic, where the cold cuts through every fiber of life and nature reveals its harshest extremes, a rare but haunting confrontation can unfold. The polar bear and the orca, killer whale. This isn't an ordinary battle between predator and prey. It's the ultimate showdown between two true kings of the Arctic. Here, strength, intelligence, and survival instincts are pushed to their absolute limits in a contest where only the most formidable can prevail. The scene unfolds as a polar bear, swimming through melting ice floes, unintentionally drifts into the crosshairs of a pod of orcas. From beneath the surface, the killer whale's cold, calculating eyes lock onto their target, waiting for the slightest moment of vulnerability. Spouts of water break the surface, a chilling signal that the nightmare from the depths is drawing near. In the vast frozen ocean of the Arctic, where the sky and land seem to merge into an endless sea of white, a silent predator moves steadily across the icy surface, the polar bear. Known as the king of the Arctic, this magnificent creature embodies unmatched strength, patience, and survival instincts. But to maintain its position at the top of this unforgiving world, it must engage in a relentless battle, the hunt for seals. Seals, with their thick layers of blubber and rich energy reserves, are the polar bear's most vital prey. Every successful hunt is not just about satisfying hunger. It's a crucial opportunity to store energy for the long, grueling months ahead when the ice melts and food becomes increasingly scarce. However, hunting seals is far from easy. These marine mammals are expert swimmers, quick, agile, and constantly alert to any threat lurking above the icy surface.
Catch another.
The hunt begins with patience, a trait only the most elite predators possess. The polar bear slowly approaches breathing holes in the ice, where seals regularly surface for air. Blending perfectly into the snowy landscape, the bear becomes nearly invisible to the wary eyes of its prey. It can wait for hours, sometimes even days, for the perfect moment to strike.
But it is worth the wait.
And then, that moment arrives. A faint movement on the ice, a small ripple breaking the surface at the breathing hole. In an instant, the silent hunter transforms into a high-speed predator. With a precise lunge, its razor-sharp claws slash through the ice, seizing the unsuspecting seal in a flash of raw power. The seal has no time to react. The feast of survival begins. For the polar bear, every successful hunt is not just a meal, but a hard-won victory against the harshness of nature itself. However, not every hunt ends in victory. Sometimes, after hours of silent stalking, the prey manages to escape, leaving the polar bear with nothing but an empty stomach and the sting of disappointment. Each failure serves as a harsh reminder of nature's unforgiving reality, a realm where there is no room for weakness or hesitation. Bears that fail to catch enough prey must confront relentless hunger. If they don't find food soon, death becomes an inevitable outcome. In this brutal environment, survival belongs only to those strong enough, patient enough, and fortunate enough to overcome the merciless challenges of the Arctic wilderness. Have you ever wondered what animals lions hunt? Get ready, because the upcoming footage will take you deep into the fierce world of the savanna's ultimate predator. From tense stalking moments to powerful takedowns, you'll witness breathtaking scenes that go beyond imagination. Number 1. Lion versus giraffe. In the wild, the giraffe is known for its remarkable height, reaching up to 5.5 meters and weighing around 1,400 kilograms. With its signature long neck, it can effortlessly reach the highest tree canopies, especially feasting on acacia leaves. Despite their graceful movements, giraffes are far from defenseless. They possess an incredibly powerful kick, strong enough to seriously injure or even kill a predator like a lion, making them both elegant and formidable in the unforgiving world of the savanna. Under the scorching desert sun, a dramatic chase unfolds. A pride of lions races across the burning sands, their sharp eyes locked onto their target, a towering giraffe sprinting ahead with powerful, sweeping strides. Suddenly, one lion surges forward, gathering all its strength for a leap, aiming straight for the giraffe's front leg. But in that crucial moment, the giraffe reacts in a flash. It comes to an abrupt halt, shifting its weight onto its long legs before delivering a devastating kick. The impact sends the lion flying, tumbling hard across the sand, dazed by the sheer force of the counterattack. The rest of the pride hesitates, their confidence shaken. They stand back, watching warily, unwilling to risk another strike. Today, the giraffes stand their ground and the lions retreat, knowing they've met an opponent not so easily taken down. In another scene, hidden beneath the shade of the trees, a lion watches patiently, a silent phantom of the hunt. By the stream, an unsuspecting giraffe lowers its head to graze, unaware that in the thick brush, a pair of piercing eyes track its every move. The moment of attack arrives. As the giraffe remains engrossed in its meal, the lion explodes from its hiding place, leaping forward with full force, its powerful jaws clamping onto the giraffe's long neck. Panic surges through the towering herbivore as it stumbles backward, thrashing in a desperate attempt to break free. But before it can counter, more lions rush in from all directions. Roars shake the air as razor-sharp claws dig into its massive frame. The giraffe kicks wildly, struggling against the overwhelming force, but exhaustion sets in. Then, with one final staggering collapse, its fate is sealed. Number 2. Lion versus zebra. Not only giraffes, but zebras are also among the lion's prey. These herbivores roam the African savanna, instantly recognizable by their distinctive black and white striped coats. Zebras are built for survival. They can sprint at speeds of up to 65 kilometers per hour and possess powerful legs capable of delivering devastating kicks to fend off predators. They rely on herd living for protection, using their keen senses to detect danger early. Though they are a primary target for lions, zebras are far from easy prey. With strength, speed, and resilience, they fight back fiercely, using every ounce of power to seize their chance at survival. Under the blazing sun of the savanna, a lone lion stalks silently, its eyes locked onto a solitary zebra. Seizing the moment, it lunges forward in a sudden burst of speed. But the zebra is not so easily defeated. It thrashes wildly, delivering powerful kicks that force the lion to hesitate. Dust swirls as the intense struggle continues, predator and prey locked in a fierce battle. In the distance, the zebra herd watches, waiting for the outcome. Finally, as the lion begins to tire, the zebra seizes its chance, breaking free from the predator's grasp and sprinting back to safety. The lion can only watch, powerless as its prize slips away. In the wild savanna, a pride of lions lies hidden in the tall grass, their eyes locked onto a moving herd of zebras. They wait patiently, their sharp gazes fixed on their prey, biding their time. Then, the perfect opportunity arises. A zebra strays too far from the safety of the herd. In an instant, a lion explodes forward like lightning, bringing the prey down with a powerful pounce. The zebra kicks and thrashes in panic, but before
Some
it
of
can
the
break free,
adolescents
the rest of the pride surges in. Sharp
sharpen their
claws dig
skills.
deep, powerful jaws clamp down, and within moments, the hunt is over. The lions growl and snarl as they claim their prize. Today is an unlucky day for the zebra. Number 3, lion versus African buffalo. The African buffalo is one of the most powerful and dangerous animals on the savanna. Weighing up to 900 kilograms, these massive beasts wield large curved horns, capable of launching predators into the air. Buffaloes live in herds, relying on strength and numbers to protect one another. When attacked, they don't flee alone. They fight together, fearlessly standing their ground against lions. With their sheer power and unwavering unity, buffaloes are among the most formidable prey any predator can face on the African plains. Across the vast savanna, dust fills the air as two formidable forces collide: the buffalo herd and the pride of lions. Low growls echo through the tense atmosphere as both sides charge into a brutal battle for survival. The lions target the young and the weak, but the buffaloes are not so easily defeated. They stand their ground, fighting back with sharp horns and sheer strength. One lion is sent flying as a powerful buffalo drives its horns straight into its attacker. The thunderous pounding of hooves and forceful kicks force the lions to think twice before making their next move. The struggle drags on, neither side willing to back down. But as exhaustion sets in, the lions finally retreat, while the buffaloes regroup and continue their journey. Today, there is no clear victor. Only the endless fight for survival, where strength, strategy, and resilience determine who lives to see another day. Across the vast savanna, a lone lion stalks silently, its eyes locked onto a solitary buffalo that has strayed from the herd while grazing. It waits for the perfect moment, then in a flash, the lion lunges, its razor-sharp claws sinking deep into the buffalo's back. But this prey is not easily taken down. The buffalo thrashes violently, its powerful horns swinging with force, sending the lion tumbling to the ground. Dust fills the air as the struggle intensifies. The lion desperately tries to bring the massive beast down, but the buffalo refuses to fall. Then, from the distance, another dark figure emerges. Another lion has joined the fight. Sensing the growing danger, the buffalo lets out a deep bellow and, with every ounce of strength, charges forward, breaking free from the trap. Today is not the lion's lucky day. Number 4, lion versus wild beast. The wildebeest, an unyielding warrior of the African savanna, a symbol of resilience and strength. Every year, over 1.2 million of these animals embark on the Great Migration, crossing arid lands, treacherous rivers, and landscapes teeming with predators. With their powerful bodies, swift legs, and sharp horns, wildebeests are more than just prey for lions. They are fierce fighters, battling for survival in one of nature's most unforgiving arenas. Under the scorching sun of the savanna, a lion lies hidden in the tall grass, its piercing gaze locked onto a lone wildebeest that has strayed from the herd. Every muscle tenses, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Then, in an instant, the lion explodes forward like a bolt of lightning, charging straight at its prey. In this life or math moment, it delivers a crushing bite to the wildebeest's throat, pinning it to the ground. The prey thrashes wildly, desperate to break free, but before it can react, the rest of the pride rushes in from all directions. Sharp claws sink deep, powerful jaws clamp down and the struggle quickly fades. While the endless cycle of survival in the savanna continues harsh, unrelenting, and unforgiving. Elsewhere on the wild savanna, a pride of lions waits in silence, their piercing eyes locked onto a lone wildebeest, unlucky, separated from its herd. Not a sound is made as one lion stealthily creeps forward, each step calculated, like a ghost in the night. Then, in a flash, the moment of reckoning arrives. The lion explodes into action, pouncing with deadly precision, its razor-sharp teeth sinking deep into the wildebeest's throat. Panic surges through the prey as it thrashes desperately, but before it can fight back, the rest of the pride closes in. Claws dig in, bodies collide, and the struggle is over in seconds. The lone wildebeest, outmatched and overpowered, collapses beneath the relentless force of the pack. Number 5. Lion versus hyena. Hyenas, the cunning predators of the African savanna and the eternal rivals of lions. With their eerie howls piercing the night, they hunt in packs, using overwhelming tactics to gain the upper hand. Alone, a hyena stands no chance against the king of beasts, but together they become a formidable threat, turning the balance of power in their favor. Across the vast savanna, a lone lion stands its ground, growling warily as it faces a deadly threat, a pack of hyenas closing in. Their piercing eyes glow in the fading light, and eerie howls echo through the air, signaling the battle about to unfold. The hyenas don't strike immediately. Instead, they move in circles, tightening their formation, waiting for the lion to make a mistake. Then, in a flash, one lunges forward, sinking its teeth into the lion's hind leg. The others follow, snapping, pulling, trying to bring the king of the beasts down. The lion roars in fury, thrashing wildly, its razor-sharp claws slashing through the air. A hyena is sent flying, but the relentless pack refuses to back down. They keep harassing, using their numbers to wear the lion down. As the struggle drags on, exhaustion sets in. Realizing it can't fight forever, the lion makes a split-second decision. It turns and bolts, breaking free from the encirclement. The hyenas erupt in triumphant cries, a chilling reminder that in the brutal world of the savanna, sheer numbers can sometimes bring down even the strongest. It's not just grizzly and black bear attacks that are brutal. Polar bear hunts are just as bone-chilling. In the frozen Arctic, the polar bear reigns as the ultimate predator, specializing in hunting seals for survival. But when food becomes scarce, these massive hunters set their sights on a far more dangerous target, the walrus. Weighing over a ton and armed with long razor-sharp tusks, walruses are anything but easy prey. In the water, they are powerful swimmers and can fiercely defend themselves. But on land, their bulky bodies slow them down, making them vulnerable, an opportunity the polar bear won't hesitate to exploit. A polar bear doesn't rush into an attack right away. Its strategy is to spread panic. When it spots a group of walruses resting on the ice, the bear creeps in close, growling and charging straight into the herd with one goal: chaos. In the frenzy, the massive adults shove and scramble toward the water, unknowingly leaving behind the weakest, the calves and the injured, trapped in the chaos. Then the moment arrives. The polar bear seizes its chance, grabbing a panicked walrus calf caught in the stampede. Loud bellows echo across the ice as the adult walruses fight to escape, while the smaller ones are trampled and left behind. The hunt ends in a brutal feast on the frozen tundra, a harsh reminder of nature's unforgiving reality. You might be surprised, but even massive cattle-like animals aren't safe from a bear's hunt. Across the vast grasslands of North America, bison, towering giants of the wild, stand as symbols of strength and endurance. But even the strongest have their weaknesses. When hunting season begins, grizzly bears don't waste energy on full-grown, muscle-packed bison. Instead, they set their sights on an easier target: the newborn calves. This is when bears become bolder and more aggressive than ever, because a single bison meal can provide the precious energy they need to survive the months ahead. Grizzly bears have an incredible advantage: speed. Despite their massive size, they can reach up to 35 miles per hour faster than most of their prey. But it's not just brute strength that makes them deadly hunters. Grizzlies are strategic predators. They use the terrain to their advantage, setting up ambushes in dense brush or narrow canyons, places where young bison are more likely to get separated from the herd. The moment a lone calf strays too far, the bear explodes from the shadows, locking onto its vulnerable target with unstoppable force. A high-stakes chase unfolds. The grizzly bear stays right on the heels of a bison calf, forcing it farther away from its mother. The desperate bison cow tries to turn back and defend her young, but it's too late. With precise swipes and overwhelming strength, the bear slams the calf to the ground. The thunderous roar of the adult bison echoes across the plains, but the battle is already over. Speed, strategy, and sheer power have given the grizzly the upper hand against one of the grassland's most formidable animals. High atop the sheer cliffs of North America's mountain ranges, mountain goats thrive in an environment where few predators dare to follow. With razor-sharp hooves and an incredible ability to scale near vertical terrain, these animals seem almost untouchable in their rugged domain. Even a formidable predator like the grizzly bear faces a serious challenge when targeting mountain goats. Unlike other prey, goats can't be chased across open plains or cornered in dense forests. Grizzlies only hunt them during the warmer months when food is scarce, forcing the bears to venture into the high-altitude wilderness in search of a meal. But even with their raw power, bears quickly learn that taking down a mountain goat is no easy feat. A rare moment caught on camera, a grizzly bear attempts to stalk a mountain goat along a treacherous rock face. Step by step, it moves cautiously, searching for the perfect opportunity to strike. But just as the bear closes in, the goat effortlessly leaps to a higher ledge, leaving its predator behind. The chase turns into a dangerous test of skill, not just for the prey, but for the bear itself. There have been cases where grizzlies have lost their footing and fallen to their deaths while attempting to hunt mountain goats, a clear testament to just how perilous this hunt can be. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another thrilling wildlife story. And stay tuned, there are still countless wonders, battles, and surprises waiting for you in the wild. In the harsh wilderness, reindeer are a symbol of endurance and resilience. Native to North America, they are constantly on the move, migrating in search of food and safe shelter from the brutal elements. During the rutting season, males engage in fierce battles for mates, but that's not the only threat they face. A relentless predator lurks in the shadows, the grizzly bear and the polar bear. In the frozen landscapes of Alaska, studies reveal that 58% of observed grizzlies have hunted reindeer with a 28% success rate. In vulnerable areas, especially near rivers or drifting ice, reindeer have little chance of escape. Once the hunt begins, it's a deadly game of survival. A scene of pure drama. A grizzly bear spots a herd of reindeer and charges forward, launching a relentless chase through the icy river. Frantic splashes, pounding hooves, and heavy breaths fill the air as the hunt unfolds in a heart-stopping pursuit. Elsewhere, the polar bear, the ultimate underwater predator, uses its incredible swimming skills to stalk its prey from beneath the ice. With a powerful lunge, the water erupts in a violent surge, and the reindeer is dragged under in a desperate struggle. It seems reindeer were never meant to stand a chance against these massive, ferocious bears. It's not just reindeer. Deer and elk are also prime targets for bears, but moose in particular sit at the top of their list. In the unforgiving wild, moose, one of the largest deer species on the planet, may appear powerful and majestic, but they're not always a match for formidable predators like grizzlies and black bears. The real danger comes between late May and early June, when newborn moose calves are still weak and vulnerable. During this period, bears become a deadly threat. Studies show that bears are the leading cause of moose calf mortality at this time. These predators are smart. They don't waste energy chasing down strong, full-grown moose. Instead, their strategy is to target the young or injured, the ones easiest to take down. Once a bear locks onto its target, it will launch relentless attacks, wearing its prey down until there's no escape. A moment of sheer intensity. A grizzly bear spots a moose desperately trying to escape across the shallow water. But that only makes things worse. Bears are powerful swimmers, and this one wastes no time. It charges into the water with incredible force, closing the distance fast. With a sudden burst of power, it lunges, dragging its massive prey down beneath the surface. The moose thrashes in a frantic struggle, but there's no breaking free from the grasp of this unstoppable predator. We've just witnessed intense and dramatic moments in the wild, where life and death unfold with every heartbeat. If you love captivating stories about the animal kingdom and want to see more thrilling survival battles, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. That way, you won't miss any of the incredible journeys into the wonders of nature. The snow leopard is one of the most elusive and mysterious big cats in the world, primarily inhabiting the high mountain ranges of Central Asia, such as the Himalayas, the Tibetan Plateau, and Siberia. In the rugged peaks of Central Asia, where the winds howl and the cold cuts through to the bone, the snow leopard appears like a ghost of the wild. Cloaked in thick, smoky gray fur with hints of cream and adorned with unique spot-like patterns, this majestic big cat is the embodiment of grace, strength, and mystery. Every step it takes is a perfect blend of agility and power, allowing it to conquer sheer cliffs and the most treacherous terrain with an almost supernatural elegance. Its furry, oversized paws act as natural snowshoes, enabling it to move silently across the snow without leaving a trace. And when it leaps up to 15 meters in a single bound, equivalent to the length of a pickup truck, that's when you witness the true power of this apex predator. Its long, bushy tail not only aids in balance but also serves as a cozy blanket against the extreme cold of the high mountains. In the world of the snow leopard, every hunt is a life-or-death gamble. It silently stalks herds of Tibetan blue sheep or ibex, prey just as nimble and capable of leaping over sheer cliffs with ease. But no matter how swift they are, they stand little chance against the snow leopard's devastating leap and razor-sharp claws. One strike is enough to end the chase. On towering mountain peaks, where the air is thin and the snow blankets every corner, the battle for survival between the snow leopard and the Tibetan blue sheep unfolds in a chilling silence. The snow leopard, with its thick fur and razor-sharp claws, is the ultimate predator, blending into the cold, jagged rocks, silently stalking its prey. Its impressive leaps, reaching up to 15 meters, are a testament to its agility and superior strength, enough to bring nimble prey like the Tibetan blue sheep within striking range. The blue sheep, a mountain-dwelling animal, possesses remarkable agility, able to leap over sheer cliffs without difficulty. But no matter how quick they are, they face a formidable challenge in the snow leopard's relentless precision. With every quiet step, the snow leopard edges closer to its prey until, in a burst of speed, it leaps from above, leaving the blue sheep no chance to escape. Yet the battle is never easy. The blue sheep does not surrender without a fight, and at times it narrowly avoids the snow leopard's sharp claws in a crucial moment. But when the snow leopard's persistence and tactical brilliance come into play, the outcome becomes inevitable. A careful, brutal hunt where only one emerges victorious, a mark of nature's unyielding power. The mountain goat is also one of the formidable foes of the snow leopard. On the sheer cliffs of the treacherous mountain ranges, the apex predator of the highlands, the snow leopard, silently stalks the mountain goat, a resilient warrior capable of easily leaping over steep rock faces. Today, the mountain goat faces a worthy adversary in the form of the powerful snow leopard, whose agility and superb hunting instincts make it a relentless predator. With strong limbs and thick fur, the snow leopard moves gracefully over the rocks, blending into the surroundings, patiently waiting for the perfect opportunity. As the mountain goat begins to ascend the cliff, the snow leopard's patience is no longer enough to hold back. It lunges at the prey with a powerful leap, its claws ready to seize the mountain goat in a decisive strike. Despite the goat's agility, it cannot escape the snow leopard's relentless attack. The battle between them is not only one of strength, but also of strategy and perfect instinct. Every strike is calculated with precision, every step of the snow leopard a calculated life or math gamble. Not only mountain goats and blue sheep, but wild yaks are also formidable enemies of the snow leopard. On snow-covered peaks where the air is thin and the cold cuts through to the bone, the snow leopard and the Tibetan wild yak engage in a relentless battle, a clash between the agility and finesse of a master predator and the immense, indomitable strength of one of the greatest warriors of the mountains. The battle begins when the snow leopard spots a lone wild yak moving along the mountain slopes, slightly separated from its herd. With sharp hunting instincts, the snow leopard stealthily approaches, taking each step with careful precision. It knows that a surprise attack is necessary to bring down such a powerful adversary. However, the wild yak is no easy target. As the snow leopard lunges forward, the yak turns, its sharp horns raised like deadly weapons. Both creatures fight with extraordinary resilience. The snow leopard, using its agility and powerful limbs, gracefully evades the yak's attacks, but soon realizes that its opponent's strength is extraordinary. The wild yak, with its powerful charges, forces the snow leopard to retreat a step, compelling it to change tactics. Yet the snow leopard never gives up. With every step forward, every calculated strike, it draws closer to its goal. Despite this, the wild yak does not surrender easily. Its strength is not only in its immense size, but also in its fierce will to survive. Its powerful blows can force the snow leopard to retreat, but each time the snow leopard evades, it grows more fatigued, making the battle more intense than ever. In the freezing wilds of the Arctic, the survival battle between the grizzly bear and the reindeer is a high-stakes drama. Here, predator and prey are locked in a constant struggle to survive in the harshest conditions. Reindeer, driven by powerful survival instincts, embark on some of the most remarkable migrations in the animal kingdom. They travel journeys of up to 1,500 miles each year, crossing icy terrain in search of food and more favorable living conditions. When the brutal winter sets in, they move to areas with less snow, making it easier to access the precious food they need. But these long, treacherous journeys also leave them vulnerable to one of the most patient and terrifying predators, the grizzly bear. A true master of the hunt, the grizzly bear doesn't waste energy on futile chases. Instead, it uses a calculated ambush strategy, waiting at key points along the reindeer's migration route. Rather than targeting strong, healthy adults, the grizzly focuses on the vulnerable, young calves, elderly reindeer, or those weakened from the long trek. Once a target is chosen, the bear pounces with incredible speed and overwhelming force, taking down its prey in the blink of an eye. For the young calves, their fragile legs can't match the grizzly's speed. Once the predator appears, their fate is sealed in that instant. In the harsh wilderness, the face-off between a grizzly bear and a moose is one of the most dramatic survival battles you'll ever witness. Moose, the giants of the northern forests, are known for their muscular bodies and massive antlers. These serve as their ultimate weapon. Particularly during the mating season, from late August to mid-October, the males engage in fierce battles for the right to mate. Their imposing antlers not only help attract mates, they also serve as deadly weapons in these brutal encounters. However, it is precisely during this time, when they are exhausted from their grueling fights, that they become vulnerable to one of their most fearsome predators, the grizzly bear. The grizzly is a master opportunist. It doesn't waste its energy engaging in fights with a healthy, strong moose. Instead, it patiently waits, targeting the weaker individuals. Injured moose, those drained from mating battles, or young calves, become prime targets. When the grizzly strikes, it does so with incredible speed, up to 35 miles per hour in overwhelming strength. A single swipe of its massive front paw is often enough to bring down a full-grown moose. Its powerful jaws can crush bones and end the life of its prey in the blink of an eye. In the harsh wilderness of North America, the clash between a grizzly bear and a bison is a high-stakes battle for survival. It is fraught with tension and danger. Bison, the largest land mammals in North America, are massive creatures weighing between 1,000 to 2,000 pounds. They are armed with 2-foot-long horns that serve as formidable weapons of defense. They can run at speeds of up to 40 miles per hour, making them a tough target for any predator. While they live in herds and can protect each other in dangerous situations, bison are especially vulnerable when injured. This is particularly true during the mating season, when they fight fiercely for the right to mate. For the grizzly bear, a bison is a highly valuable source of food, but the bear doesn't rush into a hunt against strong, healthy adults. Instead, grizzly bears target the weaker members, young calves or bison that have been injured during intense battles. When a bison is exhausted and loses its fighting spirit, it becomes an easy target for the grizzly. The bear relies on its incredible speed and overwhelming strength. A bison struck by a vehicle or one that has naturally passed away also becomes a feast for the grizzly. With their massive size, these fallen bison provide an enormous amount of food. This helps the grizzly maintain its strength over time. The snow leopard, a legendary predator of the high mountains, remains one of the most mysterious and majestic animals in the wild. Amidst towering, ice-covered peaks where only the strongest and most resilient can survive, the snow leopard moves in silence, a ghost in the vast wilderness. It stalks, observes, and waits for the perfect moment to strike, with powerful and precise attacks, bringing down its prey in absolute stillness. Gliding over jagged rocks, blending seamlessly into its surroundings, the snow leopard is a symbol of natural strength, a warrior who is never easily defeated. However, while its exceptional hunting abilities and remarkable adaptability have allowed the snow leopard to face the harsh challenges of nature, the future of this big cat is now at greater risk than ever before. The battles it faces are no longer just against swift prey or other predators. Its real enemies are climate change and human activity. As climate change causes glaciers to melt, shrinking its habitat and depleting its food sources, the snow leopard is forced to confront a harsh reality. The herds of Tibetan blue sheep and ibex goats, its primary prey, have moved to lower elevations, leaving behind barren, snow-covered slopes. Meanwhile, the expansion of development projects, road construction, and illegal poaching are pushing the snow leopard toward a perilous future. These survival struggles are growing increasingly difficult as nature is no longer its only ally. The number of snow leopards in the wild is steadily declining, and without immediate conservation efforts, they could soon exist only as legends of the wild. Will the ghost of the mountains continue to silently roam the towering peaks, maintaining its mysterious and majestic presence, or will its breathtaking image eventually fade into memory? A sorrowful symbol of an irreplaceable loss in the natural world? The answer lies not in promises, but in the tangible actions we take today. The Arctic, a frozen wilderness where only the strongest survive. And in this unforgiving land, one predator reigns supreme, the polar bear. A powerhouse of raw strength and instinct, this apex hunter is built for survival in one of the harshest environments on Earth. In this video, you'll witness some of the most breathtaking hunts in the wild. Precision, patience, and sheer power all coming together as polar bears take down their prey. From calculated ambushes to lightning-fast strikes, every moment is a masterclass in survival. As the largest land carnivore on the planet, a male polar bear can weigh up to 1,500 pounds and stand over 10 feet tall on its hind legs. Its thick, translucent fur provides perfect camouflage against the icy landscape, while a 4.5-inch layer of fat keeps it warm and buoyant in freezing waters. A true predator, the polar bear spends most of its life on the sea ice, patiently stalking seals, the lifeblood of its diet. Ring seals and bearded seals make up 90 to 95% of what they eat. Using expert hunting tactics, these bears will wait by breathing holes in the ice, sometimes for hours or even days, until an unsuspecting seal surfaces for air. And when the moment is right, the bear explodes into action, fast, powerful, and deadly, delivering a crushing blow in the blink of an eye. What you're about to see isn't just incredible wildlife footage, it's a brutal yet mesmerizing story of survival in the wild. The polar bear, the ultimate ice warrior, a master of the hunt, is about to take you on a journey you won't forget. In the frozen wilderness of the Arctic, a high-stakes battle of survival unfolds, a deadly game of strategy between the polar bear and its prey, the seal. Adapted for both ice and water, seals are quick, agile, and highly elusive, but against the ultimate predator of the North, even their sharpest survival instincts are pushed to the limit. With an incredible sense of smell, a polar bear can detect a seal's breathing hole from a great distance. It approaches from downwind, minimizing any chance of being detected. Moving with calculated precision, the bear steps lightly across the ice, careful not to make a sound. Patience is its greatest weapon. It can wait for hours or even days, perfectly still, just for the right moment. Then, in the blink of an eye, the hunt explodes into action. With a lightning-fast strike, the polar bear lunges forward, its razor-sharp claws piercing through layers of thick blubber. In one swift motion, it drags its prey from the icy waters onto the frozen battlefield. The seal struggles, twisting and turning in a desperate attempt to escape. But against the sheer power of the Arctic's apex predator, its chances are slim. In the frozen Arctic seas, beluga whales, one of the most common marine mammals in these waters, are often seen traveling in small pods. With no dorsal fin, they navigate effortlessly beneath thick ice, slipping through narrow gaps to evade predators. But when winter tightens its grip, the sea ice forms rapidly, trapping them in breathing holes. And in this unforgiving landscape, that makes them a rare but highly prized target for the Arctic's top predator, the polar bear. A spectacular hunt is about to unfold. On the ice, a seasoned, battle-hardened bear waits patiently near a hole in the frozen sea, watching for the belugas to surface. Meanwhile, a younger, inexperienced bear grows impatient. It lunges into the water, hoping for an easy catch, but the belugas are too fast. With a quick dive, they slip away, escaping the predator's grasp. But the older bear knows that timing and precision are everything. It waits for the perfect moment, when a young beluga surfaces for air, unaware of the danger above. Then, with a powerful leap, the polar bear swings its massive paw, grabbing hold of its prey and hauling it onto the ice. In an instant, a rare Arctic feast begins. In the icy expanse of the Arctic, walruses are the armored giants of the ice. Weighing up to 3,700 pounds and protected by a thick layer of blubber and tough, armor-like skin, they are nearly untouchable. Add in their massive 3-foot-long tusks, powerful weapons capable of dealing serious damage, and few predators dare to challenge them. Even the mighty polar bear, the apex predator of the Arctic, thinks twice before taking one on. Instead, it targets the young, the weak, or the isolated, avoiding direct confrontation with these colossal creatures. But in the wild, risk can lead to reward. A daring hunt is about to unfold. As a massive herd of walruses rests on the ice, a group of polar bears works together, using strategy rather than brute force. They create chaos, moving constantly, circling and pressuring the herd into a panic. The walruses, overwhelmed, rush toward the water, desperate to escape. And in that fleeting moment of disorder, a polar bear seizes its chance. With the lightning-fast reflexes, it lunges forward, grabbing a young walrus before it can slip away. But the fight isn't over yet. With its hard-earned prey in its grasp, the bear must move quickly before other hungry polar bears arrive to steal its kill. Using intelligence, power, and precision, the polar bear once again proves why it remains the undisputed ruler of the Arctic, capable of taking down even the toughest opponents. In the icy waters of the Arctic, the narwhal, the elusive unicorn of the sea, glides beneath the frozen waves. With its iconic spiraled tusk reaching up to 10 feet long, this mysterious whale is a true symbol of the northern oceans. But when winter tightens its grip and the sea ice thickens, even these Arctic giants can find themselves in danger. Trapped in shrinking breathing holes as the ice rapidly forms, narwhals are left with little choice. They must return to the same spot over and over again to get oxygen. And waiting nearby, hidden in the frozen stillness, is the Arctic's most formidable predator, the polar bear. With incredible patience, the bear lies in ambush, unmoving, waiting for the perfect moment. The second a narwhal surfaces, the bear strikes, lunging forward with immense power, its massive claws locking onto its prey. In an instant, the narwhal becomes a rare and highly valuable feast. But polar bears don't just hunt narwhals, they scavenge them too. In 2018, stunning footage from Baffin Bay, Canada, captured a polar bear dragging a narwhal carcass along the shore, showcasing its sheer strength and adaptability in the face of Arctic scarcity. Though these encounters are rare, the clash between two of the Arctic's most iconic creatures is a powerful reminder of nature's brutal survival game. In this frozen world, patience, strategy, and raw strength determine who lives and who becomes the next meal. From ambushing seals at breathing holes, chasing stranded beluga whales, and taking on massive walruses, to executing calculated attacks on narwhals, the polar bear is the ultimate Arctic predator. Strength, patience, and raw hunting instincts make it a force to be reckoned with. But when food becomes scarce, even these mighty hunters turn on their own kind, a brutal reminder of nature's unforgiving reality, where only the strongest survive. The Arctic is a battleground of survival, where every day is a fight between life and death. And these breathtaking moments are just a glimpse into the countless untold stories unfolding in the wild. If you love raw, unfiltered wildlife content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps bring more incredible adventures to life. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next wild expedition. Life on the African savanna is ruthless, and predators don't just battle their prey, they also have to watch their backs. For cheetahs, the greatest threat comes from lions. With their massive size, overwhelming strength, and pack hunting instincts, lions don't just compete for food, they'll also kill cheetah cubs if given the chance. Every encounter is a fight for survival, and for a mother cheetah, she is the only shield standing between her cubs and certain death. She knows she can't outfight a lion, but she does have one major advantage: speed. The moment she spots the approaching danger, she doesn't engage in combat. Instead, she uses her unmatched acceleration to create a diversion. With explosive bursts of speed and sharp, unpredictable turns, she leads the lion away across the open plains, making it nearly impossible to catch her. Meanwhile, her cubs seize the opportunity to hide, slipping away to safety. Once she's shaken off the predator, her instincts drive her straight back to her cubs. She moves through the tall grass, sniffing the ground, carefully searching for any trace of them. When they finally reunite, they nuzzle each other gently, a quiet moment of reassurance after the chaos. But the savanna never stays safe for long. The mother cheetah knows the danger isn't over, and survival is an ongoing battle. Without hesitation, she leads her cubs further away, teaching them lesson after lesson, preparing them for the harsh reality of life ahead. In a land where only the strongest and smartest survive, a mother cheetah's love isn't just about care. It's the key to ensuring the next generation can stand their ground in a world where the weak don't last. In the wild, no predator is born a master hunter, not even the cheetah. Despite having the blood of the fastest animal on Earth, young cheetahs must go through a tough learning process to sharpen their hunting skills. When they first leave their mother's protection, they're still inexperienced. They lack the stamina and precision needed to take down prey with ease. Every hunt is a brutal test. For a young cheetah, chasing down a quick-footed impala is already an uphill battle. Their strides are still awkward. Their pounces lack the force to secure a kill. More often than not, their prey escapes. When facing larger, more powerful animals like adult wildebeest, the challenge becomes even more dangerous. Speed and strategy alone aren't enough. They must learn to dodge sharp horns and powerful counterattacks. One wrong move could cost them dearly. But with every failure comes a valuable lesson. Young cheetahs quickly realize that an inexperienced, reckless attack can put them in danger. Every missed pounce sharpens their reflexes. Every counterattack from their prey teaches them to adjust their tactics. Day by day, their instincts refine. Their skills improve, When the time comes, they are finally ready for the ultimate test of survival. Only the strongest and smartest predators can thrive. Every year, when the rains pour down on the Serengeti plains of Tanzania and the Masai Mara in Kenya, one of nature's greatest migrations begins. Over 1.5 million wildebeest and zebras move across the vast grasslands, creating a breathtaking spectacle, but one filled with danger. This isn't just a life or death journey for the prey, it's also a crucial training ground for young cheetahs, helping them sharpen their hunting skills in preparation for the tough road to independence. These young predators quickly learn that they stand no chance against strong, full-grown animals. Instead, they set their sights on weaker, less experienced calves. Easier targets, but still a challenge. Even taking down a young wildebeest isn't guaranteed. A single misstep, a moment of hesitation, or a late burst of speed can cost them a much-needed meal. The unpredictable weather adds another layer of difficulty. As storm clouds roll in, heavy rains turn the ground into a slick, muddy battlefield, altering the rhythm of both hunters and prey. But a cheetah's instincts are razor sharp, and they learn to use these conditions to their advantage. In a tense moment, a young cheetah spots a lost wildebeest calf. The chase is on. With heart-pounding speed, it closes the gap, dodging and weaving before making a decisive pounce. A swift, calculated takedown marks its first real victory, a milestone in its journey toward becoming a true predator. Once they've honed their skills, these young cheetahs officially step into adulthood, no longer under their mother's protection. From that moment on, survival depends entirely on their own abilities. Every hunt is a test, every day a battle. And so, in the never-ending cycle of nature, a true predator is forged. One that has learned, struggled, and fought its way into the wild, where only the strongest endure.